I mean, what's the aim of us getting together today? Because, I mean, I'm going to start.
Well, yeah, I mean, I felt like it was important for you to chat with everyone and then ultimately a plan moving forward to try to get back on the court. Because obviously I'm now coming up to 10 months since I last competed, and I'm not just going to continue doing what I'm doing for another 12 months. The pain is the thing that if I can't get rid of that, then obviously that's game over.
Seeing Andy, first of all, I realised he was in pain. So I thought, well, we can go nowhere further with this until we either get rid of his pain or at least make it so much easier so he can function and go on to the next stage. I suggested using an oral medication. I thought it was worth considering injection therapy again with a traditional cortisone into the joint. Also throwing into the mix was some nerve ablation, just to numb down one of the nerves at the front of the hip joint. To me, once you get rid of the pain and you get the range back, then it's very much down to the rehab team to work through the phases of rehabilitation.
Brian coming in, his thing was kind of to do his recommended rehab exercises a lot. So a lot of repetitions and multiple times throughout the day. Andy being Andy, obviously would follow that to the letter and would be doing kind of hours of stuff by himself when we're not around. That would explain why he's the athlete he is.
A lot of the time it is quite monotonous, but it's my job. You know, my job is to try and fulfill my potential and get the most out of myself, and the best way to do that is to surround yourself with good people and follow, to the most part, what it is that they're getting you to do. But what I like to see is I like to see them sometimes suffering as well. They spend their time working with me, basically ordering me to, do all of that stuff. And I don't think all of the time that they appreciate, like, how difficult it is. But then, yeah, when they participate and join in, something always goes wrong, quickly.
He's not happy unless he's going to go at one of us for our opinion on something or any little slip-up.
All I ask is that you try your best. You didn't, man. Did you?
He's a perfectionist, looking for every detail that could make a difference, thinking about how to recover better, how to be stronger, how to be smarter on the court.
I couldn't believe the amount of time he spent off the court preparing before and after practices, or the amount of serving. I've never seen a player serve this much.
Fucking animal. But he wasn't afraid of hard work, and he believed in that.
Never forget, first week I ever worked with him. We did interval training. Coming towards the end of the session, Andy was on his knees. He was completely dead. I said, look, okay, we'll stop there, that's enough. He spoke to me and said, look, I don't know what it is within me, but I can keep going. I can just keep going through the pain. When you think it's over for me, keep pushing me because I can keep going.
Shit. No. That's all right, that's good, that's good.
He was incredibly competitive on all fronts.
Oh, that looks deep.
He needs to win.
Ooh.
He needs to win an argument.
Andy, the ball's out.
And it's fairly exhausting, I'm not going to lie. And I think even he knows it's fairly exhausting.
You want to know every freaking thing why.
What do you know?
If the trainer told him about the injury, why? The doctor told him why. Everything was why, and literally then he could go read 10,000 words about it on Google search.
He's got it.
His level of indecision, his desire to argue about the most minuscule issue.
Andy Sam is the first U.S. player to reach a major semifinal since 2009.
Male player, right?
Yes, first male player. That's for sure.
But then not want to have conflict in his life about serious issues. Those characteristics are so important for who he is as a person and a player.
You can't go to Andy like ill-prepared because you get found out really quickly because he's got a thirst for stats, for the analysis. Like, he literally exudes excellence. So then when you're around him, you have to go at that level, otherwise you will get left behind.
So with somebody like Andy Murray, he recalled his 15, 20 years of working very hard as a tennis player. And that's why I think in those latter phases of rehabilitation, he got through those really quickly. You pull upon the muscle memory and everything your body has learned to take you on to the next heights, wherever they be.